Smelling amazing on a budget is actually easier than you think. You want to try to avoid all the rack source Adidas fragrances. Like, come on, everybody knows this. And I have thousands of dollars of fragrances, and I actually choose to wear these a lot of the time. So I've got 10 picks here that are simply stunning. Fire Your Desire is the first one on this list. There are a ton of Angel Share clones on the market. I chose to buy Fire Your Desire, and I do not regret it. It smells like the holidays. It's like a whiskey note in here. It's a cinnamon, vanilla. This one does not have that crazy alcoholic tinge to it. Maybe like right at the top, like right when you spray it on and you put your nose up against it. But after like 30 seconds, it is amazing. I wear this one actually a lot to bed. I know that sounds weird, but it's so calming. I wish I had this one for the Christmas time, but I'm definitely gonna be wearing it this Christmas, most definitely. It's got some cinnamon in here. It's got some vanilla. It's got like a whiskey liquor accord. This is like a gourmand fragrance, so it smells like you can eat it. And it smells like the holidays. Paris Corner is actually a very good house. If you're looking into getting a cheap fragrance, look up Paris Corner. Another fragrance that has a liquor accord, this one has rum in it, and it's super divine. This is Bentley for Men, and you can pick this one up pretty cheaply, and it smells amazing. It actually smells like a higher end designer. If you're spending $100, $200 on a fragrance, this could blend in. Absolutely. The quality of the juice in here is simply divine, and you're not gonna smell out of the ordinary. It's a creamy, woody scent when it hits the base, but it has a sweet rum note in here. It's very pleasant at the top too. There's a little bit of a citrus note in there and then some pepper to really balance it out. It's a beautiful scent at the top, and then when it starts to dry down, it just becomes really creamy woods. That overarching factor is that sweet liquor rum note, and it's really good. The longevity is all right with this one. I know the Intense version has a lot better longevity and sillage with that one, but a lot of people say that that one is harder to wear. This one seems to be a lot easier to wear from what everybody has told me. That's why I opted for this one, because I could wear it to work, I could wear it to, you know, running errands and stuff, and I don't have to like worry about choking other people out. This next one is a mega hype beast, and if you're looking for an awesome fragrance that is under $30, you're gonna wanna check this one out. This one is Detour Noir. This one is similar to Parfums de Marly Layton, and Layton is a very expensive cologne. That's like $200+. This one has the exact same character, exact same, pretty much everything. It's not one-to-one, obviously, because Layton has a little bit higher quality in there. And when you smell them side by side, you really understand that. But if you're not smelling them side by side, they're pretty much identical. And within the air, which is where everyone is gonna smell you, they pretty much smell the same. So this one has apple, it has vanilla, it has lavender. This one is a beautiful aromatic, amazing compliments with this thing. The bottle looks absolutely ridiculous. It looks something like, you know, it was sitting next to a hot candle. But the scent overall is a beautiful, beautiful scent. And this is one of those fragrances that you're not gonna have to worry about longevity with. It's a great performer and it's a compliment beast. Wear that one in the fall and the winter time and it's a knockout of the park. This one, however, is for the summertime. This is Porto Neroli by Maison Alhambra. And when I first sprayed this on my skin, I did a unboxing video. Go check it out here. This one is a very neroli heavy fragrance. So if you're not into neroli, basically neroli smells like a flowery texture. It could come across a little powdery, but it has that like flowery, effervescent smell to it. The vibes I get from this one is sitting next to a swimming pool, like laying on a towel on the cool concrete, soaking up the sun rays. Man, a lot of great nuances with this one, but it's definitely gonna rely heavily on the neroli factor. So if you're not into neroli, stay away from it. I would highly encourage you to check this one out because it's like $17, $20 in that ballpark. That's what I paid for it. And I deem that as pretty blind buy safe. If you're looking for a summer scent, stop right here, pick this one up, and thank me later. But if you're looking for another summertime fragrance, maybe a springtime fragrance, you're gonna wanna look at Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Together. And this one is a take or an inspiration on Y. So the Y DNA, this one is a little bit powdery and a little bit more musky, but overall, it's the same kind of scent. It doesn't last terribly long, but it's a fair performer. It does pretty good job and nothing really to complain about. You're gonna get the YSL Y DNA mixed with some Invictus Aqua. And it's just a very aquatic, fresh, aromatic cologne that smells pretty damn good. This is not a cheap smell. This is an expensive smell in a cheap bottle. It's got some apple and some pineapple leaf in here, and then it's got some lavender to really push it off. Musk, cedarwood, and sandalwood in the base are just gonna really round it out, make it a woody base, and it's a musky fragrance. It's Abercrombie & Fitch, so you're gonna obviously get that kind of musky vibe with it. But overall, it's a very pleasant scent. Let's keep the ball rolling with some fresh fragrances. This is Extreme Chrome. You can kind of associate this one with Acqua di Gio Profondo. It smells kind of exactly like that, but this one has like a metallic note to it. You know, hence the chrome line. The chrome line is known for like a metallic kind of vibe to it. It's a little synthetic, yes, in the very, very top, but once it dries down for just a little bit, it's a beautiful summer and springtime fragrance. It's just amazing. This one, however, actually performs pretty good. It doesn't push off. It's not a crazy sillage provider. You know, it's not gonna punch people in the face and call them, you know, names. It's a really citrus, marine, aromatic fragrance. It's got some mandarin orange at the top, and then it's got some like watery notes mixed in with some juniper berries. It's really good. And there's like an aquatic sea kind of notes in here, or I don't know if it's an accord or whatever it is, but it smells like the ocean. And that is such a beautiful thing to know, knowing that I'm smelling like, you know, plastic infested waters. But like I was saying, this one has great longevity and the sillage is okay. It's not gonna, you know, blast out and make itself known, but you're going to smell amazing with it. And if it's similar to Acqua di Gio Profondo, it's gotta be worth the pickup. Time to change the trajectory a little bit. This is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. This is so good. This is a vanilla incense bomb. So vanilla is very dominant in this one and it's very smooth. This one is refined, it's smooth, and it's so sexy. There's an incense note in here, so it gives it a little bit of a smoky edge to it, but there's some like citruses at the top that give it like a zing when you first spray it on, but that kind of dissipates pretty quickly. Mainly, you're going to rely heavily on the vanillas. This one is actually really good to layer some fragrances with. If you layer it with Sauvage, beautiful. If you layer it with Dior Homme Intense, stunning. If you layer it with Mustache Eau de Parfum, or Tuxedo, get out of here. You're gonna get arrested. It's simply divine. Creamy vanilla, a little bit of woods in the base with some incense to add some smoky aspects. You gotta try it. Tobacco Touch is another Maison Alhambra, and this one is just ridiculously good. This one is designed for the fall and the winter time. Absolutely. Honestly, you should only wear it in the fall time because it's made for fall. If you've ever smelled Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, this is exactly what it smells like. You can find differences, absolutely, with this and Tobacco Vanille. Absolutely, you could. You could spray it on your hand and sniff like this, but where it really matters is in the air. And in the air, they smell the same. Pretty good performance on this one as well. This one doesn't really push out. It's not a loud announcing fragrance. It's kind of medium projection. It's nothing like you're gonna, you know, walk into a room and announce yourself. But if you walk into a room and you're close to somebody, it's going to, you know, announce itself when you're that close. Tobacco, vanilla, there's a bit of a fruity, dry, fruity vibe with it as well, just like the Tom Ford is, but his clones are getting absolutely ridiculous. But if you're looking for a cheap fragrance that smells absolutely expensive, this is your go-to. An easy to wear fragrance is Roche's L'Homme, pineapple, musky kind of fragrance. It's really fresh, spicy, but it's very aromatic, and it's got a lot of pineapple in the top, mixed in with some blood orange and some cardamom, tonka bean in the base, and patchouli and moss. It's really splendid, and it smells really expensive. This stuff is really cheap as well. This is like $20, $30 in that area, and a lot of these are in that $20, $30 area. But this, I tell you what, this is a very good blue fragrance. It's not gonna reinvent the wheel by any means, but you're gonna smell fresh, clean, and a little bit of a musky character. And I know ladies really love the musky vibes if you even care what ladies think, but you're gonna get some like fresh, spicy, herbal kind of aspects with this one. It's not too overbearing, but it is in there. It's an everyday driver. If you wanna just spray this on and go, you can absolutely do so. The next one on the list is Odyssey by Armaf. This one is a Dior Homme Intense and Noir Extreme by Tom Ford kind of mixture. This one really smells expensive, although this one does have kind of an alcoholic tinge right at the top, so you have to spray it on and let it sit for like maybe 30 to a minute, and then it's fine. I'm not trying to swindle you at all. This deserves to be on the list because it smells so expensive. When this dries down and it's in the air, it's really something remarkable. Amber and some vanilla at the top. It's super pleasant vanilla as well. It's kind of sweet, but it's also kind of powdery. There's an iris note in here, which gives it that powdery edge to it. There's also some leather and some spices in here. But overall, it's a pretty pleasant scent, and you actually smell pretty damn good with it. Let me know down in the comments, what are some expensive smelling fragrances for cheap? You might actually help some people who are looking for some cheap fragrances that smell amazing. Take care, guys, and we'll see you next time.